here with Tamara King, my colleague at MBA, who is the Vice President of Strategic Industry Engagement, and she's been in this industry for more than 25 years. Welcome, Tamara.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. I've been dying to have this conversation with you because I knew you before I came to MBA.
That's
you
true.
were at HUD in your MBA role in policy, and I met you at that point in time, so I was excited to get to work with you.
Yes, it's been great.
Since you've had numerous jobs in the industry, tell me, what is it about your current role that gives you the most satisfaction?
Well, one of the things that I love about being at MBA is that I get to lead projects and initiatives that bring members value, and I love that. I love whether it's members coming to me with a problem or whether they're coming with ideas for opportunities or opportunities that we come up with at MBA, or just really improving their experience at MBA. I love leading projects that do that, and especially if I get to work across departments and collaborate with the great people who work at MBA, that makes it even better.
Yes, so you get best of both worlds.
Yes.
You get to interact with our members and interact internally, which is really, really, really satisfying.
It is.
Now, I have met with you several times, whether it was before an mPower event, and I know the answer to this, but I think everybody else would like to hear. When you faced or had to overcome challenges, what is the biggest challenge that you feel you've had to overcome in your career?
Everybody goes through challenges, but when I was really thinking about that question, actually the biggest challenge I've had is, I'm not going to say juggling family and having a career. Having a family is extremely rewarding, but it can be difficult to really try to advance your career and also be a great mom. That everybody wants the best of both worlds, but there are trade-offs, and making those trade-offs along the way, has been challenging. What has helped is that I've had great role models who've helped me really set priorities and set boundaries and make good decisions that I hope are both for both my career as well as my family. But that's really been a challenge, but it's been a great journey.
Well, and I used to have this person who would advise me when I had my kids very close together. I know you have twins. And I would have that same guilt. And she put it in perspective by saying, little children, little problems. Big children, bigger problems. So as our children age, we think, oh, it's going to be easier because they'll be more independent, but they come with a whole new set of worries.
It's different problems.
Yes, exactly. Can you share a lesson from your career that was a pivotal moment for you where it just hit you, and whether it changed the course of the direction of your career or something of how you would show up in your career?
Sure, and it's funny. It's a phrase that a manager of mine said to me in a larger conversation. I'm sure he doesn't even remember it, but he said to me, "You've earned the right to make mistakes," and that really hit me. I don't know if it was that time in my career or that day. That really was freeing for me and allowed me to just go with my gut more and make decisions. And I knew he trusted me, and it gave me more confidence and trust in myself. And then I just went forward. What's interesting to me about that is I'm sure he doesn't even remember that comment. And so another lesson learned for me from that is that things you say to people can really make an impact. So I really also try to be mindful of how I speak to people, how I treat people, because you just never know how things will land.
Right. Even the smallest bit of kindness or piece of advice, people will come back and say, that meant so much to me, or I was able to take that risk because I knew if it didn't go well, you were still there for me and cheering me on. So that's great. So we have, you've been in the industry 25 years. I've been in it a little longer. So it's been a long time since we were young entering this industry. What advice would you give this next generation coming into the industry?
I would say really own your career and be your best advocate. No one cares about your career as much as you do, really, at the end of the day. And what that means, that can mean different things for you. It depends what you want out of your career, but whatever that is, really be proactive in trying to make sure that you get what you need to make yourself happy in your career. So feel free to speak up. If you're not getting anything, go to whoever you need to go to try to learn, either learn a new skill or just make yourself more valuable. But the biggest thing really is to own it and to be your best advocate.
Yes, I do have hope, big hope, that this next generation, because they do tend, at least the women I know, to really use their voice and speak up. And I think in a way, at least I'll speak for myself, that I wasn't comfortable doing when I was early on in my career. So I'm going to attribute, hey, mothers like you and me, saying to the young women in our lives, speak up.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's great advice. Well, Tamara, thank you so much for being with me and agreeing to sit down and share your wisdom.
Thank you.